Trying to fix the housing crisis. Now at 6, we are just a few hours away from Mayor Todd Gloria's signing of the Housing Action 2.0 package into law, what that entails.
And it's been an ongoing problem for years. South Bay communities are once again dealing with the unprecedented level of sewage and trash in the Tijuana River Valley brought in by the storms this week.
Plus, Boeing planes, they are ready for takeoff again. The latest into the investigation into the 737 MAX 9s, weeks after that door panel flew off minutes into a flight.
You're watching CBS 8 Mornings at 6.
So glad you're with us for our 6 a.m. hour, everyone, here on CBS 8. I'm Eric Connert.
And I'm Caroline Infernetta Iranpour. It's Friday. A lot of people wanting to know what the weather's going to look like for the weekend, and I think you're going to be very happy with what Evan Durrani has to say. Good morning.
We're drying out here, aren't we?
I would ideally expect that people could be happy with anything that I'd have to say, but I know that
Not last week.
That was really put to the test earlier this week. So I understand you might be taking what I say with a grain of salt, deciding upon what I say, whether or not it's good or bad. Here's the thing. The weekend is all good. We have a lot of sunshine this upcoming weekend. It is going to be a partly cloudy at the most weekend. Temperatures mostly in the upper 60s along the coastline, low 70s inland for today. That's just today's forecast, because by the time we get through the weekend, we're going to keep warming up even more. We have widespread 70s almost across the board by the time we get to Saturday and Sunday afternoon. And we're finally looking at a dry stretch of weather out there, an opportunity for those skies to clear out. So enjoy this upcoming weekend, spend some time outside, and appreciate this dry stretch that we have, because late next week, there's another opportunity for rain. We'll talk about that coming up in a few.
All right, we'll hear from you then. Thanks, Evan. In just 3 hours, Mayor Todd Gloria is set to sign the Housing Action Package 2.0 into law.
All right, so this is the package that was approved by the City Council last month. And CBS 8's Regina Rita live in Mission Valley now, where this signing is going to take place here. And what does this all include here?
Yeah, good morning, guys. Definitely there's a lot in that Housing Action Package 2.0, but really they chose this location because they're focusing on areas where things are at a walking distance, where they want to build new development, new housing development. So this is really just giving proof of what that Housing Action Package 2.0 focuses on. So the plan incentivizes building homes on underutilized commercial sites like strip malls. Mayor Todd Gloria's Housing Action Package 2.0 is also focused on creating single-room housing units for San Diegans experiencing homelessness. The plan mainly has different proposals intended to make it easier for developers to create housing units in the city. So to break things down even further, it has incentives to build more student housing homes for middle-income people and those experiencing homelessness. Items in the package also include ways to convert industrial businesses like scrapyards and recycling facilities into housing. Now, back in December, before the council passed it, people against the package argued that it promotes redlining, a discriminatory practice used to prohibit minorities from purchasing homes in certain neighborhoods. But Mayor Todd Gloria says that's not the case. In fact, he wants to push more housing. And really, this is good. He says it's going to create more jobs for the city of San Diego. So again, to clarify, it's really to expedite the process in building more homes around the city for low-income families, people experiencing homelessness, as well as student housing. Now, that conference will be taking place here in the next couple of hours around 9 a.m. That's the latest here in Mission Valley. I'm Regina Urita, CBS 8.
This morning, we are learning Monday's storm is being blamed on a handful of deaths across our county.
So at least 3 deaths are believed to be connected to the rain and severe flooding. The medical examiner says a man died after his car hit concrete debris in the road, which caused him to crash into a utility pole in Lemon Grove on Monday night. 2 other deaths are being investigated as storm-related. Then a man and a woman were found dead in Santee, but at this point, the medical examiner is not releasing any details about what led to their deaths. Stay with CBS 8 as we work to gather more information for you.
County leaders say they are focused on making sure the people and neighborhoods impacted by the storm have the resources they need to recover and rebuild. Officials say they are still looking at the damage, but they need your help. They're asking anyone that suffered damage to fill out an online survey. They've seen about 1,700 responses so far, and note the information gathered is key in getting more resources.
We want the help now, But it's a process. That's why we're collecting these damages, so we can prove our case not only to the state, but to FEMA that we need it localized.
County leaders are opening a local assistance shelter at the Spring Valley Library for anyone needing more immediate help. It'll be open starting this Sunday through next Wednesday, offering a variety of local, county, and state resources.
The city of San Diego will begin emergency work this morning to clear stormwater culverts along Chollas Creek. Now, this comes as community activists and candidates for San Diego mayor are calling for actions and investigation. San Diego mayoral candidate Larry Turner is now calling for an independent investigation into what he's calling mismanagement of money and resources. He says people in the Diamond District area of southeast San Diego have been drawing attention to infrastructure problems for years. Problems they showed him just last week.
We literally drove down these roads and we looked at the trees that are growing inside of these waterways, and we discussed the parking issues and the street sweeping and everything that flows into these canals, and that the maintenance, just proper normal maintenance that happens in other parts of the city, isn't happening here.
City of San Diego Deputy Chief Operating Officer Chris McFadden disputed that, saying the city has been working to keep Chollas Creek and its watershed, both considered an important part of the stormwater management for the area, clear and flowing.
This morning cleanup continues along Beta Street in Southwest, one of the neighborhoods hit hard by Monday's flooding. You can see the street, sidewalks, yards still caked in mud and other debris. People have also taken damaged items to the street to be picked up by sanitation crews.
And in Rolando, we talked with one family who says they've been forced to move out of their home. They say the water in their backyard got up to their knees and that their home was flooded with and filled with mud. It also, they said it came in so hard that it actually knocked their young daughter off her feet.
My wife was working at home and she heard the big crash, like something, hit the house, and it was all that water. Baby slipped, fell. She was knocked unconscious for a couple seconds.
That is terrifying. Hopefully she's okay. Like many others, the family doesn't have flood insurance. People in the neighborhood are blaming the flooding on a clogged storm drain on the city side of the property. And we are working for you to find ways you can help flood victims. CBS 8 is partnering with the San Diego Foundation to announce the Flood Response Fund. The foundation will match donations up to $100,000, and money from the fund will be directed only to nonprofits that are helping flood victims. You can find the link to donate on our website, cbs8.com/help. And I have a feeling a lot of San Diegans will head there because we are a community that really does come together in the time of need.
Absolutely, and you give right now, and it doubles your donation. So now is the time to do this. This mass flooding event was a reminder of how important it really is to get alerts and reminders and stay up on the local weather conditions. You can get that by downloading the free CBS 8 app from Google Play or the App Store. So here we are on the weekend, last weekend, a washout, right? And then beginning of this week. We need to dry out a bit here, Mr. Narani.
Yes, we could use the sunshine. And I know we typically year-round have a lot of sunshine.
Yeah,
so
true.
Yes.
Now we actually need it in the forecast. We're going to be getting it for today all the way through about Wednesday of next week. That's going to be our stretch of notably dry, notably warm weather too. This afternoon, temperatures are going to be about in line with average, in some cases a few degrees shy of average, especially along the coastline. But 68 is a pretty good number for us. I mean, along the San Diego coastline itself, 67 would be average, so that means we could get a degree above average. Inland, we're pretty much guaranteed to be above average because low 70s to even upper 60s in some cases would qualify as average. So, I mean, a welcome sight considering there's been one other day in the month of January where our afternoon highs have been above average. We could use this sunshine and the warmth coming our way. No chance of rain between today and Tuesday. Wednesday, that chance jumps to 11%. That's not very opportune. It looks like we have a much better chance for that widespread precipitation to come about as we get into Thursday of next week. So a full week from yesterday. That means that between now and Thursday of next week, we're going to enjoy the sunshine, enjoy the warmth, and we're going to bring you more information about that storm as we get closer to it, but it is just too far out for us to be able to specify much with it. Especially, I'd prefer that you be looking at this instead. Saturday, Sunday, I mean, look at these warmer temperatures that we have on hand. 78, 77 degrees, notably warm with those offshore winds, so low humidity values. And then as we get into Monday, Tuesday, those temperatures will slide a bit, but remain warmer than average, matching basically what we're expecting for this afternoon. What a gorgeous sunrise we've got. 6:47 is technically that sunrise time, but we're already getting those pink and orange hues beaming on through. I mean, this is the San Diego that we were looking for. Sunset, 5:15, so we've got a decent amount of day length on hand. And as you walk out the door right now, we are mostly in the 40s. 48 in Carlsbad right now, 44 in Escondido, 40 in Ramona. Inland, watch out, we're starting to get a little cooler overnight. 41 for Julian, 41 at Palomar Mountain as well. Let's check in on traffic, see how your roads are as we kick off the morning. So far, things have been pretty light out there. Earlier were tracking a crash that was up in the Oceanside area on the 5. That has now been cleared. There's still a stalled vehicle on the 15. That is at Ted Williams Parkway. That's the Poway stalled vehicle icon that you see down there. Then we also have one on one of the surface streets or right off of the 94, it looks like, down toward the South Bay. You can keep track of the latest on our website, cbs8.com/traffic. Not much fog that we're working with today, so that's a plus side as well. Let's check in on your border wait times. 85-minute wait at the San Ysidro Port of Entry, so it'll run you about an hour 25. Otay Mesa Port of Entry, significantly faster. You should be able to get through that in about 30 minutes total. Back to you.
Today's 737 MAX 9 jets are expected to take off once again with passengers on board. What passengers need to know before boarding.
The mother of the Michigan school shooter is back in court this morning. Why prosecutors say she should be held responsible.